Hey, yep, we're rolling. Welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. So I've been having problems with the camera. It's finally working. We're working that issue. We have some other ideas, but hence the lack of videos. All right, hey, I just got an email the other day from a woman whose name starts with K, and my recollection of her video was she's just getting switched on to the fact that, yes, she should probably get prepared. She thinks doom is around the corner. And the way she sees it, she has no money and no time. The place she lives in is small. There's nowhere, I think her words, nowhere to hide food. She doesn't have a yard to grow food in. People around her aren't that great. There's nowhere to go. And she was consumed with fear to the point of paralyzation. Could I please help her? And there are other people that have different aspects of that. And I'll just say for the record, for those of you who are kind of new here, it is never my intention to do doomer porn. All right, the sky is falling, look out. That's just not me. My intention is to motivate you to take action, right? To take action to prepare for things. And the range of actions one can take is huge. I've been working at this for a long time, me. You don't get where I am overnight unless you have a whole lot of money. Because with money, that you can short circuit the time aspect of it. But other than that, it just takes time to do what I'm doing. But here's the nice thing. You don't need to have done exactly what I've done to give yourself a very big chance to survive. And so to the woman whose name starts with K, I would first start out by saying, hey, look, God did not give us a spirit of fear. Okay, so that spirit of fear that you feel is from somewhere else. So just put that behind you and move forward with hope and action. It's like eating an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You just got to take things one step at a time. I did a video not that long ago, 5 things to do right now or something. I'll try and put down in the comments description section of this video some links to some of those videos, things you want to do right now. But I would tell you this, if you have very little money and you think bad times are coming, just look at the rule of threes. You can live 3 minutes without air. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. You can live 3 hours without adequate shelter. So, for those of you who live in the far north, you better have some good sleeping bags and warm clothes so that even if your heat goes out, you can lay in bed in your sleeping bag and that'll be fine, really, Or have a plan that the whole family's going to sleep in one bed underneath all the blankets, if it's cold. If it's hot, nowhere in America, a few places in America get so hot you have to worry about dying of the heat. So shelter, 3 hours. 3 days without water. You need water within 3 days or you're going to be hurting. And so you need to have a plan for water. It is very difficult to store a lot of water. Especially when you live in a city, suburbia, townhouses, apartments, that kind of thing. But you can store water. You can take bottles, 2-liter bottles of soda that you get from your friends that are empty because you shouldn't be drinking that. Rinse them out, fill them up with water and just start tossing them under beds. Put them in the closet. Things like that, all the way to bigger containers if you have room for bigger containers. But you should have a few days worth of water in your house. But more importantly, you need to identify where are you going to get more water when the time comes. When you turn on your tap and nothing comes out, what are you going to do? Where are your water sources? Where can you catch water? Once you catch it, what are you going to catch it in? How are you going to transport it back to your place? How are you going to purify it? All these things you need to think about. It's outside of the scope of this video. But I'll just tell you that if you boil water to a full rolling boil, you'll purify it. As much as you're going to from Giardia and stuff like that. Now, it's not going to get oil out of it or something like that. But if you're catching water off a roof or something like that, you'll be okay. Just boil it. Now, how are you going to boil it? You got to think about that. What are you going to cook it on? What are you going to boil it in? And again, all this stuff I cover in my book, which I realize if you're super poor isn't helping you, but it's $20. Come on, you can get it on Kindle for less than that. So think about water. And then 3 weeks without food, you need to start thinking about food. And so if you're poor, if you're living, and this woman also said she was out of shape and she couldn't do anything. Well, man, have I got a solution for you. You need to start dieting, eating right, and exercising, right? Quit eating junk. First of all, it's wasted money, right? It's wasted calories and it's wasted money that you could use for other things. Start eating good food. And good food need not cost a whole lot of money. Rice and beans, beans and rice feeds a big chunk of the world. It can feed you. Don't drink any soda. I've gone over this in so many videos, but start eating correctly. Stop eating junk. If it's not doing something for your body, don't spend money on it and don't stick it in your body. And then start saving up the food that you can. Just buying, like I say, Progresso soup, any kind of, one of those thick, chunky soups, buy a couple cans of that, buy 1 can of that, if that's all you can afford when you go to the grocery store, and stick it under your bed. Buy some rice. You cook up a pot of rice this big and throw 1 can of soup on it, stir it up, grind a little black pepper on it or something. Hey, you have a meal that you can share with a few people. It'll get you through times, and it didn't cost you hardly any money. It certainly didn't cost you as much as a Happy Meal or a 2-liter bottle of Coke or something. I guess they're pretty cheap, but whatever. But just start buying food as you can. Food that'll store long term, that's nutrient, dense, that's calorie dense. And start putting up food. Water's free for the most part. Start saving water. Think about how you're going to build a fire. Get some matches. Just start doing what you can. Because preparedness, in a lot of ways, is an attitude. It's like, how do I survive through this? What would I do if this happened? And so start solving your problem. Don't be overwhelmed by the problem. Don't give in to the fear and the panic. You are not going to have, Miss K, a multi-100-acre survival retreat with hand-dug wells and gardens and ponds and animals and on. You're not going to have that by January. You're not. But that doesn't mean you're going to die if something bad happens. You just have to take steps. So start doing what you can with what you have. And as far as fitness goes, you can start that right now. Go take a walk, go take a jog, go do whatever, drink water. You should drink nothing but water. Just drink water. Resolve from now on. YouTubers, you'll be happy. Today is my first day without coffee. Talked to a brother of mine recently, just the other day, and he said, yeah, I quit drinking coffee, and he gave me all the health benefits that he felt because of it. So I'm giving that a go. I had 2 cups of tea today, so I still got a little caffeine in me, but I did not drink coffee. And I was sick yesterday. I had a virus, and so that kind of helped cleanse out my system. And I don't know if it's the coffee or because I had this 24-hour virus or something, but I can actually smell things better today that I haven't had any coffee. I don't know, But anyway, really drinking water, that's all you need to drink. And start walking, start moving that body, move that body, move that body. And if you can already do that, then move it faster. And if you can already do that, then move it with heavy weight, start lifting weights or something. But you can get fit if you want to. Quit taking the easy way. A lot of those people that ride those fat carts in like Walmart and stuff, they don't need it. They're just fat and lazy. What they really need to be doing is walking through the store and staying away from all the sugar. So there's fitness. Probably not what you wanted to hear, but there you go. So hey, do the best you can do with what you have. Start taking steps. Do something every day to enhance your preparedness abilities for the future. Do not give in to panic. Have a never say die attitude. You're going to make it. You just have to decide you're going to and start taking steps now. I hope that was helpful. I'm interested in your comments. I'm off a little bit. Been sick for, like I said, a day. So be kind. All right. Hey, I'll see y'all out there.